Welcome back, art students. We're going to continue our Indian corn. So in the last video, I showed you how to make the cob of the corn. Now we need to focus on doing the fun part, the husk, which is all of those fancy leaves that come off the corn. So I'm going to scoop my cob of corn down so that you can see more of the top portion of my paper. And we're going to work from here. So towards the top of our corn, we're going to put a little I guess a nub. I don't know really what the terminology, but we're going to call it a nub for now. And from that, we are going to draw our leaves. When we draw our leaves, we can draw several leaves. And we want our lines to be kind of wavy. And I think maybe we'll get like several leaves in there. Maybe you want it to look like one leaf is tucked in front of another. Maybe you want a leaf to kind of fold over a little bit up there. You decide. This is your Indian corn. Then we're going to add some textural qualities. We're going to draw some extra lines to show the texture of our leaves. Okay. And leaves usually get really crinkly in the fall time when they're picked from the stalk. There we go. So now we have our cob and we have our husk. And if there was going to be any strings, you could maybe even put a few strings on here if you want to get super realistic. And that's the silk. Sometimes there's little silk pieces, but don't get too crazy with the silk. Okay. Now that we got that, now we can go in there with some colors, okay? And we are going to do our corn with some markers. So like I said earlier, we're gonna need red, blue, purple, and yellow for the kernels, okay? So I'm gonna go in there really quickly and I'm gonna start coloring in some kernels randomly. And you know, if you want to do yours a certain way, you certainly are welcome to. Just start popping in some colors in these kernels. There's so many, but don't get overwhelmed. Make some quick choices as you're coloring. Ooh, I like the purple. The purple really stands out with that yellow. You will see soon enough how colorful this Indian corn will become. And really, don't just color over everything. Take your time and color in each individual kernel. It's okay if your colors are grouped together in areas. It's okay if they're all sporadic and random. There's no right or wrong way to color your Indian corn. I'll put some red kernels in there. Oh, this is so relaxing. Just letting my brain make some quick decisions on where I want color to go is really fun. The cool thing about this project is because of where you place your colors, everyone's corn is going to look different from one another. Now I'm going to add some blue kernels in there. I'm gonna go back to yellow again, just switch it up a little bit. I don't know why, but to me, I don't know, something about that purple that I really like. And we're almost done here. Ooh, I'm excited for you to try this out. It is fun, fun, fun. So many kernels to fill in. Blue for a little bit. Some more yellow. Some red. Awesome. Now that I have colored all of this, I'm going to use some green. But before I use my green marker, I actually want to find a green crayon, and I want to lightly color all of my leaves with this light green color first. Maybe you want to use dark green. If you want to use dark green, you can use dark green. If you want to use both, you can use both. Just gonna run it over really quick with some light green crayon. And I'm lightly applying pressure. I'm not pressing hard now this time like I did with the black crayon. I'm lightly coloring. And there's a reason for that. So make sure when you're coloring that you are lightly adding the pressure, not heavily. And I think, why don't I get creative here and I'll add a little bit of brown in there. A little bit of brown crayon, layering it in with some of my light green color. Ooh, I like that. Maybe even I'll add some yellow. Really kind of brighten it up a little bit. Ooh, yes. Yes, that yellow is doing it. Okay, now that I've added some color into my leaves up here, we're going to use our marker, and I want us to simply do some outline areas. Let's do some outlines. Kind of follow along some of those similar lines. Okay, very good. Then, once we get this far, we're gonna invite a little bit of some water with a water cup and a little bit of a brush. And I'll show you how to do this step on the next video, okay? Ooh, it's looking great.